Oh, God. Go ahead. Say your thing.
I can't. So many things just happened.
Doesn't matter because...
So many things just happened, and you did bump into the camera.
Did I? No, I didn't.
Or maybe I did. I don't know.
Maybe it happened.
Hi. I had this thing I was going to say.
As you can tell. So it's totally okay.
Yeah, so you might hear weird things if you're listening to this later. Jacob needs, if you could fix the pop screen.
Whatever.
Anyways, hi. Okay, so the thing I was going to say was I start every episode with, and then I was like, so let's just pretend that's where it started. And then I was like, hey, can I get a cigarette? She's like, no, I'm 12. I'm like, shh, grow up.
But you spoke E6.
I know. But
Get out of your own house.
Hi. Welcome to Downright Fierce Gaming. You don't even know how much goes into this, how much energy and effort. The fact that we started on time, almost, is a freaking miracle. That's why the camera's a little messed up. That's why...
You don't even go here.
You don't even know. Anyways, we talk about video games every week. My name's Josh Asensio. With me is...
Tristan Haynes.
Und...
The king of hugs, Jacob Alexander III.
The king of hugs.
Is in the house.
Yeah, back from your cruise. How was that?
Dude, we don't have the time.
Oh, okay.
It was the most incredible 8 days of my entire life.
Awesome.
To put it bluntly, 8 days of ring pop marriage proposals, people yelling Duval at me.
Oh, okay.
And we drank a lot.
Oh, you drank alcohol. You consumed alcohol?
He didn't say alcohol.
I know, fun fact.
You did alcohol?
I drank a lot of water.
Just assumed. I mean, that's what
a lot of water.
Yeah.
Because we're in the middle of the ocean and there's a lot of that.
It's seawater. You can't drink that.
No, you can't. No,
But you can if you believe in yourself enough.
And that is true. Anything is possible with the power of Christ.
Liquor, a lot of liquor.
Anyways, so this is gonna be a long ass episode. We got a lot of nudes.
Let's do this.
We got a lot of nudes. That's what I just said. We got a lot of nudes.
Lots of nudes, y'all.
We got lots of nudes. We got a lot of news, and instead of having a big talking point in the middle, I edited a video, an interview that I did with Live in the Game. They are a game company that my buddy's a part of, and they're doing some pretty exciting stuff. So we're going to go to that after the news, and after we talk about some of the news.
After the nudes.
After the nudes. After the nudes.
As in the nudes. Nudes are more important than anything else.
And by the way, the full interview, this will be just the cut of it. The full interview will be up soon. And I highly recommend watching it because I kid you not, in the middle of the interview, out of nowhere, I just look over to my right and a freaking spider is just chilling right there, hanging midair. And I'm just like, I start freaking out. I'm like, guys, I know you can't see me, but... There's a spider right by my head, so I had to kill it and do all these things. That's going to make the video, so.
Nice.
Let's start with the very first news story now. The very first news story we ever did for this podcast, episode 1, was a new Avatar game. I just kind of thought that'd be funny to start with something silly. And we actually have new Avatar game news for this week, so I thought it'd be,
continuity.
Good to pay homage to what clearly gave us all our success, which was talking about Avatar, the video game, not the movie. So... Ubisoft, who's developing it, they... Oh my god. No! I lost...
It's going great.
Going great, you guys.
I lost the news.
That was amazing. It was you were so excited to have the anniversary of the first story that you just lost your damn mind.
The worst part is this should be like the highest quality episode we've done because I have a freaking interview that we're gonna cut to with a freaking game developer.
Yep.
I got the lights perfect, the sound. I worked all the stuff out. We actually had music in the beginning of the episode.
Fun fact: I've never seen these lights before. It was a mind blowing experience for me.
I'm falling apart, guys. Okay, so they said, and then here's the thing: it's not even that big of a news. It's coming out not until after fiscal year 2021. That's it. No more. That's it. That means April 1st.
You could have just let it. You could have just let the page just go on the ground.
Well, I got lots of other stuff on here. You got lots of news. I don't have just one page for news.
Ubisoft, one page.
Actually, no, we are going to talk a lot about Ubisoft
Let's do this.
today. Now, last week we reported that Straight Up Films might have possibly leaked a new Thief game. They are the company that is working on the movie, the Thief movie, coming out. Eidos, Eidos, right?
Eidos,
Montreal.
correct.
Head
Eidos
of
Interactive,
studio,
yes, that's correct.
David Alfonsi posted very something funny. Something very funny. on
Very
Twitter.
something funny.
He wrote.
It was so great.
He wrote, apparently, we're developing a Thief 5 game. So now we have a title. We just need to build a team and a budget and ... Forget it. It's
Twitter.
not happening. It's not happening.
Literally not.
I thought that was, I mean, how is there any kind of mix-up, though? Like, how do you
I guess
accidentally think that there was a game being made, or...
Well, I mean, the problem is like, everyone wants to find something out of nothing. So, people have been wanting to kind of speculate about a Thief game for probably the past, like, 15 years. So...
I mean, we talked about it last episode.
Yeah.
Do we really need a new Thief game? I mean, they
No,
weren't
we
that great.
don't.
It was okay.
Who cares? We have Dishonored. Like, who gives a
Yeah,
crap?
seriously.
Right,
I mean,
seriously.
in a world
like,
of Dishonored, you don't need Thief.
because, like, I can only imagine, like, they were like, oh, they did that game better than we could ever.
Or what if he heard that they were making a Dishonored 2 or 3 or whatever, and he's like, oh, that's that, like, Thief? Oh, hey, guys, by the way, they're making a new Thief game. No, dude, that's Dishonored. It's like making a new Driver game in a world of Grand Theft Auto.
To be fair, Driver was freaking awesome.
It was dope when it came out, but the thing is, that was pre-Grand Theft Auto, so that's why it was amazing.
Well, keep in mind that they released it anyway, and it sold really, really, really well, even after Grand Theft Auto came out, and it was super fun.
Yeah.
So,
So the other news, if you want to go to E3 this year and you haven't bought your ticket yet, you're SOL.
bye.
Can't go, because they finally sold out.
Guess who scored E3?
That guy.
Me. You can't even see my face or my hand if you're listening to the audio version, but that's okay because your boy's going to E3.
I wanted to see where you're going with that. I was just going to let it run. So this will be the first year that they've opened the floor to fans, and while many anticipated tickets to be sold out immediately, it actually took a couple months. I honestly thought I thought that it was going to be done like in like 23 minutes.
Yeah,
It's just going to be sold out just like that, gone. But no.
Sure. Yeah.
Apparently not. I mean, it's more expensive than just the ticket too, because you have to, if you don't live in California, you have to fly out there. You have to pay an obnoxious amount for a hotel, way more than you would spend on tickets. So.
Right. It's going to be interesting because this is the first time in a long time that they're just being like, the world is your oyster. Like, let's just see what happens with people, regular people, I guess, is as garbage as that sounds, but that's literally, but that's the truth, right? It's just like,
I mean, you could say consumer, rather than developer.
I guess, but that's
These
boring.
garbage, idiot
garbage,
drones,
trash people that paid to go here. You don't even go here. You don't even know about our lives, and then you have any idea what's happening in our press conferences.
Seriously.
But yeah, it's gonna be fun.
So that happened. In a report from the Wall Street Journal, Nintendo will bring Zelda to mobile. That's pretty cool. They say that the Zelda mobile game will follow the Animal Crossing app that is reportedly being released in the latter half of 2017. What kind of game do you think that's going to be? Zelda mobile? Is it just going to be like top-down, like original kind of gameplay?
Tough to say, because like I'm very much like, just re-release Oracle of Ages and Seasons and I'm good.
It's gonna be a rhythm game with an ocarina, Ocarina Hero.
Ocarina Hero.
Nice.
Actually, you know what? I would not be surprised if it was something like that.
Yeah, I wouldn't either. Yeah.
I mean, that actually makes a lot of sense. I mean, no, hold on. It makes a lot of sense as an easy thing to make that people will just download anyways because it's Zelda and it's Nintendo, but, words. Opinions.
Words.
Downright
And things
fierce.
that happened.
In other news, speaking of weird Nintendo games I don't know much about, that's not Zelda, that's Animal Crossing. A new Harvest Moon has been announced for the Switch, PC, and PS4. Developed by Natsume and titled Harvest Moon Light of Hope, the new game will have a style that goes back to the SNES roots, with a robust story and clear-cut goals. That's a quote. Robust story and clear-cut goals.
My friend Christy will like it because she loves Harvest Moon. I don't know anything about it.
I'm focused on that clear-cut goals. What, like, we're going from the vague and up to interpretation goals to just hey, this is what you got to do: collect 12 plants.
The other I've only played a couple of the Harvest Moons, and it was more about just like building your farm and like living a life in the town. So it didn't really have clear-cut goals.
This is. I don't know anything about Harvest Moon. This is what I get for talking out of my ass. It's just.
As I almost dropped my own mic.
So.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Oh no, I was just gonna move on.
Oh, okay. Well, what I was gonna say was like, it's like, all right. I'm sure that Harvest Moon fans are super excited about it, but you know,
Probably.
I think I forgot the dude that just passed away that was like really like high up in Nintendo. I forgot his name.
Chris Cornell.
Oh my god! Wow, I'm so sad.
I didn't hear the Nintendo part.
I feel so bad that I set you up for that. Like I'm so disappointed in you. At the same time, I'm like, come here, give me that. There we go,
right there.
And so
we literally just lost 3 viewers after I said that. I kid you not. I watched the counter go down. I watched the counter go down. We lost 3 viewers.
Yep, that's the way it goes sometimes.
Yep.
But as he would say, please take a look.
I don't know what that's a reference to, but Natsume president.
Literally every Nintendo conference.
Okay.
Yeah. You suck at Nintendo, apparently.
Yeah.
Jesus.
No, I remember now. I have memories.
All right.
Natsume president and CEO Hiro Maikawa said Harvest Moon Light of Hope will set itself apart from other Harvest Moon titles with its depth. We set out to create an SNES-style nostalgic game with deep and meaningful characters and events. I might give it a check out, maybe, possibly.
I might give it a
check out.
I might give it a check. Don't know about it out though, but maybe a check.
I wonder if this is coming on the heels of that one indie game that just came out last year that pretty much ate Harvest Moon's lunch. I can't remember the name, but it blew up.
Stardew Valley.
Yeah, Stardew Valley.
Oh, I heard it was really great.
Yeah.
Don't mind me.
Yeah, it's all good. This is probably gonna be our funniest episode, but like just least professional.
I'm just gonna let it go.
Oh, but your P's are so hard. Your P is too hard to do that.
P.
Here. Okay, so in other news, a new Strange's Life.
No.
This is the worst episode. This is the worst.
Strange's Life. Yeah.
This is the worst episode I've ever made. If you're just listening to the audio, you really gotta watch what's happening right now.
Watch the friggin' video.
You really gotta watch what's happening. I fixed it. There you go.
Strange's Life. Please tell me, Josh. Please tell me.
Life is Strange. It's a video game. It's actually, and if you haven't played Life is Strange, it really was a great game. It was an episodic game, kind of like Telltale games. Yeah. Your decisions affect the game, and they actually do. Like, I mean, Telltale, they kind of does, like, oh, now this person's kind of pissed at you the entire game. No, this is, like, the entire events of the game will change.
It gets so real.
Yeah, but it was a great game. You should check it out.
So you beat it, Josh?
Oh, yeah, I beat it twice. I beat it all the time. I love beating it. You okay there, buddy?
I was spit out everything.
So,
we're going great show.
This is just the giggle cast now. Like, we're just gonna sit here and giggle the entire time. This is exactly how we're gonna do an episode eventually where we all get a little bit tipsy. And I'm not saying drunk. I don't want to get sloppy drunk, but we're all gonna get tipsy. This is exactly how it's gonna go. Yeah. Work on the game began shortly after they shipped the original. January 2016. No word on story or characters, but it is confirmed that as far as E3 goes, it won't be there. Not going to be there. Last year, Square Enix announced that it would develop a live-action Life is Strange TV show for digital streaming services, but again, nothing on that. That would be really cool.
Yeah, although I'd be all about that, like Netflix life.
I mean, and it's deals with like time travel and things like that. And I love any show with time travel. I mean, I think that's really cool. But so no word, but it is getting worked on. So hopefully that comes out soon. Now. In other news, Ubisoft, actually this is big. This is a lot of stuff. We have a lot of stuff to talk about with this one. Ubisoft has revealed its plans on 4 major releases in the next fiscal year. And that will, I don't know why I put though. There's no though there. And it's going to include Assassin's Creed, Far Cry 5, and The Crew 2. The other we already know about, which is South Park, The Fractured Butthole.
Hails to the yeah.
I'm so excited for that game.
Dude.
So there are a lot of rumors surrounding Far Cry 5. Basically, it's all focused on the logo because they just released the logo. That's it. It is white letters with blue background for the Far Cry, and then red background or outline for the 5. And people are just tearing this apart. They're like, oh, it's gonna be set in like the Wild West, or at least America. Let's just forget the fact that there are so many other countries with red, white, and blue. Like, it has to be America, especially because Ubisoft, American company.
Shout out to France.
Seriously, Puerto Rico, Cuba, like the list goes on and on. So yeah, they're all speculating on that. Now I have a theory.
Do tell.
I have a theory. So before they announced this, they mentioned they did this whole Twitter thing where they had the island and with the skull underneath where Far Cry 3 took place, and they said in quotes an island we never really left, and then they mentioned Voss. So put those two together: an island we never really left, and then Voss. Voss, spoilers for Far Cry 3.
Pause.
Dies.
Can't play it now.
Can't play it. Yeah, he's a bad guy. He dies.
Goodbye.
So he never really left that island
because he's dead.
Yeah. Now Voss was born on that island, which is some fictional island, but he has a pretty strong Cuban, Puerto Rican maybe, but mostly Cuban accent. Cuba's flag is red, white, and blue. I think that holds up way more than this, Western stuff. Because why would you mention Voss? Why would you show that island again?
Sure.
And then just have nothing to do with that? What if you play as Voss in Far Cry 5? How dope would that be?
I think it's really interesting to me because, like, I feel like Horizon kind of out Far Cry. So I feel like they've got a lot of, I won't say work to do, but like they got to win.
That's two separate games, though. I mean, that's
right. But that's my point. Is but you played Horizon, right?
Yeah, I beat it.
It's Far Cry.
What?
It's
Did
very
you say
Far
that
Cry.
I said
week?
that. That's what I heard.
Not at all. How?
It's in a lot of ways. Don't get me wrong. I forgot her name.
When's the
already.
first? What?
I forgot her name already.
Aloy?
Aloy. Yeah.
Aioli, like like the sauce. The spicy meatball.
Yeah.
So she's an incredible character, and Far Cry 4, you have a character, great, whatever. Troy Baker, shout out. Far Cry 4 is a great villain, but I think that I feel like they kind of lost out a little bit on the fact that they really have to kind of destroy it. They have to go above and beyond. You don't agree with me?
I mean,
clearly.
no, I don't. I think,
just fine.
I think that Horizon would, and this is, I think that they don't have anything in common, but I think that Horizon has more in common with Grand Theft Auto than Far Cry, because one's a first-person shooter and the other one isn't. Like, first-person shooter Far Cry versus third-person action open world Horizon, it's two completely different things. And I think that style, completely changes everything when you're comparing two games. I mean, now I get the comparisons because the beautiful wilderness and all that, but it's definitely. I mean, there's. I don't get the comparison at all.
And you're right with the first versus third, but like I feel like they're very close. They're very, very close.
I guess.
So I think that what's going to be really interesting is I think they'd be doing themselves a disservice to not have to be like, all right, we got to do something, because Far Cry Primal is a perfect example of that. They essentially, in my opinion anyway, Horizon did a better job of doing Far Cry Primal than Far Cry Primal did. So we'll see what they do, but don't get me wrong, I'm super confident that they're going to be fine.
Yeah.
And it's going to be super fun to watch. It's going to be, they might even have a trailer at E3. Probably not, but because I think it's really early.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty early for that.
But again, that's what's fun about E3 is who the hell knows?
Yeah, it's true.
Who the hell knows? We got a Last of Us trailer, Last of Us 2 trailer, I should say, before anyone thought we were going to last year.
That is true.
We'll see.
That is true. So another Ubisoft announcement is that we have a release date for South Park: The Fractured But Whole.
Hell yeah!
It will now be released October 17th for PS4, Xbox One, and PC. The original release date was December 6, 2016. Now, I'm fine with this. It can come out 2018, 2019. I don't care. Take your time. Seriously, the first one was so amazing. Take your time. I don't care. It's going to be amazing regardless.
I'll even add to that and say, like, thankfully it got, because everyone got upset that it got delayed or whatever, right? But like, I was so thankful because I got Persona 5 to beat, and I just can't. Because it would have come out right in the middle of my Persona 5, like in the middle of my playthrough of that, and it would have been really tough.
Yeah.
Also, shout out to Nick Norris. Duval.
So now we're going to move on to the Destiny 2 gameplay reveal event. A lot of news from this one. I'm really excited about it. So here's just basically bullet points of what we know. Bungie has no plans for it to come to Switch. Duh. Like, I don't even know why that's news. They could not handle it. They couldn't handle Destiny 1.
Right.
Like, it's not going to happen. The PC version may release on PC later than the console release. Now, this is not the first time something like that has happened. PC is a little bit more complicated than game consoles. So game director Luke Smith said, "We haven't committed to a PC date yet. At Bungie, we are totally committed to making the PC build as great as we can, and we want to make sure this version of the game has the time it needs to bake in the oven so it's delicious. So it's a delicious piece of bread when it comes out." I'm imagining it's probably a fat guy.
Because he eats bread, Josh? Because he eats bread.
So we can get delicious.
But we all love bread too, though.
I don't know why. That was a random thought that popped in my head. It is also unclear if PC players will get access to the Destiny beta, which is coming out this summer. I think they should. Like, I think they absolutely should. I mean, when you're dealing with bugs and issues like that, I mean, they should get some kind of beta, even if it's not like at the same time as the other betas. Like, they should get a beta. I mean, absolutely. Just like the first Destiny, it will not feature dedicated servers and continue using peer-to-peer networking to power multiplayer matches. Luke Smith explained the smaller team format makes it easier for us to find tighter matches. He also says that Bungie is committed to tweaking matchmaking parameters to have a larger focus on connection quality. Do any of you guys know what that means?
A little bit.
I mean, I get peer-to-peer. I get having a server. Why are people talking about this? Why is this a big deal?
Well, because I think the dedicated server point was very like blown out of proportion. When it comes down to, for those that don't know, I work in my regular life, I work as a cloud engineer, so I help run this kind of garbage. Essentially, you don't necessarily have to have a dedicated server to do really anything. It's about latency, and it's about kind of spreading for lack of a better term, spreading the wealth. So it doesn't really matter.
You're not going to have that many latency issues?
Not necessarily.
I think it would be the other way around.
Not necessarily. Well, it depends, right? Because how many times have you been in a multiplayer game, especially with an FPS, where someone is the host, and then it drops out because the host sucks, right?
Yeah.
So it's about them. So that's kind of what when I read that press release, it's kind of what I'm thinking that they're going to do initially, and then they'll build it up from there. So I think it's nothing. I think it's just, let's just play the game. Don't get me wrong. As I said before on this podcast, not my thing. Not interested at all.
At all?
Not even close.
Man, I
don't care.
Get that. Like,
do not. Because
did you watch the event?
I didn't watch it because I've been burned already. Like, I don't care anymore.
When did you play Destiny? When did you play Destiny?
I bought it launch.
Okay.
Yeah, so
and I played for
right.
And you didn't play Taken King?
But that's the thing, right? It's like, oh, Jacob, you played World of Warcraft and vanilla. Who cares? Like, that's what
completely different game.
No, but that doesn't matter because that's what they gave me. And they blew it, and I'm out.
But they learned their lessons.
Matter.
This isn't
Who cares?
She's not going to cheat on you again. She's not going to hit you anymore. She won't do it
a third time.
She's not going to hit you anymore.
Right,
She's changed. Yeah. I'm serious. They changed. Destiny changed.
No,
I went back after vanilla. I went like Taken King, and I'm playing this. I'm like, oh my god! If this was the game they came out with when it first launched,
you just said it.
Exactly. So they know they're launching.
I look at Diablo's the same way. Story for another time because we don't have time for it. But
we got some.
I literally I bought Diablo 3. I played it. I got blackout drunk. I beat it, and I got a refund.
Cool.
I don't even remember beating it because I got that fucking drunk that night.
Wow.
Sorry, you can do the thing. Anyway.
We actually went 2 whole episodes without cursing. You come back after your cruise, and all of a sudden you're F-bomb Jacob.
Yo! I do my thing, y'all.
Okay, so I mean, but I don't think that it's fair to judge Bungie by the.
How not?
No, because again, this isn't just one person. This is a company. They have, stockholders. They have all these things. They learn their mistakes. They're not, especially when they proved it. So it's not just like, okay, so there was Vanilla Destiny and then, then that's it. There's no expansions. They didn't make anything better. And then they're just saying, hey, look, we learned our lessons with Destiny, and Destiny 2 is going to be great. No, they showed that they made a great game in between Vanilla Destiny and Destiny 2. They made a great game. They made a garbage game first, and then it turned into a great game.
And that's why
we are going to get that great game, but even better. More story, more cinematics, more like coherent everything. We're going to get that. It's not even like they can't screw up something so simple.
Yeah, actually they can.
How?
Because they already did it.
How?
Because they already screwed it up. Because they were in a situation. Keep in mind.
Pizza bet.
Pizza bet?
Pizza bet.
So you want to bet me?
I want to bet you that Destiny 2 will come out with zero problems when it comes to... Hold on.
All right, you guys heard it.
Yeah, if I just left it at that, then yeah, obviously I owe you a pizza. I'm saying zero problems when it comes to story and content.
So 0 problems
when it comes to story and content.
From the very beginning.
From the very beginning.
All right. I cannot wait.
Oh God!
I cannot wait to get this pizza.
0 problems.
You guys let me know what I should put on my pizza that I win. Because I'm gonna win.
You should put some crow on that pizza because you're gonna eat it. What up?
Josh,
that's disgusting.
That's like the oldest.
I definitely agree
grandpa
with the Destiny and how they really improved their game. But it's really interesting to hear you defend it so strongly with how you feel about DLC. I mean, think about how much they've charged over the years.
Okay, no. I mean, that is a fair assessment, and I'm not happy with what happened. I'm not happy with what they did. I just have faith that they're going to do right on Destiny.
Let me ask you why, though. Because, it's very interesting to me because it feels very similar to the World of Warcraft, the game was not like World of Warcraft wasn't great until Burning Crusade and the Lich King. Destiny wasn't great until the new DLC. I don't even remember the name. Something King as well.
Taken King.
It was still garbage. It still sucks.
I think that's hard.
I'm right here.
You haven't even played it.
I know. I'm just being an ass. I know. I'm just being an ass.
God, I can't wait for you to buy me a pizza.
I can't wait for you to buy me a pizza.
Honestly, I'm just tired of having to defend Destiny because everybody's saying the same thing.
So stop defending it.
I think it's worth defending now.
It's totally worth
They definitely made mistakes. They definitely should not be excused for the mistakes that they made.
I agree on that.
That doesn't stop it from being a good game in its current state.
But the problem is that also doesn't require me to buy another game.
You're never required. Nobody has a gun to your head.
I don't know. I'm buying you're getting me a pizza here pretty soon.
Oh, yeah. We'll see.
Pizza with a gun on?
We'll get you a bullet pizza. So, a couple more things. Destiny 2 will run at 4K resolution on PS4 Pro, but it will be locked to 30 frames per second because of CPU constraints. Smith says our game is this rich physics simulation with collision and players networking, etc. It wouldn't run at 60 frames per second. Not enough horsepower there.
PC Master Race.
So yeah, that's the thing. PC will have unlocked frame rate and 4K, all that. Now here's an interesting question. Now I'm not a big fan of Xbox, but do you think that the Scorpio will be powerful enough to run it at 60 frames?
Probably not. No, not 4K.
Well, I mean, even non 4K, they're saying it's not going to run at.
No way, Scorpio? No.
It's pretty powerful.
Okay.
Now here's the thing. My thought is that if Scorpio is powerful enough, Bungie and Microsoft kind of have a checkered past, and they're siding with Sony and with a lot of stuff. They're giving them exclusives. They're doing all that. I feel like they would be doing a huge disservice to Sony if they're like, hey, look, PS4 Pro. No, sorry, you can't run that. Hey, but that Scorpio though. That Scorpio can hold out for the Scorpio. Because that's how they talk over there at Bungie. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's interesting. 2 final things. They're introducing clans to Crucible. And
it's a good call.
Yeah, absolutely.
That is a really good call.
Absolutely. And the PC version will only be available digitally through battle.net.
I like that.
Yeah?
That's interesting. I mean...
Why not
Steam? because they don't want to give Valve 30% of their proceeds. Activision Blizzard is one company.
Oh, that is true.
Plus, I mean, the Battle.net
But why are
client.
you happy for like as a consumer?
I mean, I love
imagine
Blizzard
it doesn't
games
expect-
like that.
Okay.
That's probably the majority of what I play. And I mean, the integration, they've already confirmed they're gonna have it integrated to like just the Battle.net client itself. So
I got
just
you.
the ability to.
Okay. So that's it for the news. We're going to move on now to the interview that I recorded earlier today with Live in the Game, yeah.
EA Sports is in the game.
It's Live in the Game. It's a really awesome video. Now, this is the shortened version. It is only about 12 minutes long. The whole interview will probably be about half an hour, maybe 45 minutes. They covered a lot more stuff. I mean, this is just the surface of the interview. It's great, really cool, and actually, no, we'll talk about it afterwards. So enjoy that video, because here it comes in your faces.
See you in a minute.
Do I have to bleep that out if I said come in your face?
No.
Well, now maybe.
Come in your face.
Hey guys, welcome to a very special interview. I am joined by Benjamin Pope and Dave Brown. They work with, in fact, actually Benjamin Pope owns Live in the Game. It's a video game company, and they make lots of video games for your enjoyment and stuffs for your face area that you play with your fingers and you see on screens. They do that. Do you do that? No, you don't do that. They do that. Welcome, guys. Thank you for indulging me and joining me today.
Nice. It's great to be here.
Glad to be here, man.
Yeah. So, Ben, let's start with you. You have a degree in game design, and typically, after people get their degree in that, they, go work for, Blizzard if they can, or, some other game company. You decided to go the other way. You went and created your own game company. What made you decide to go that route, the road less traveled?
Yeah, so for that, I actually found that my skills in school and then the level that I was at the time I went back to school was actually a more mature level. So I found that I really like to lead things instead of following. So that's one thing that I found when I started getting on other projects, when I first started going to UAT, that I was like, you know what, I think I could probably do this more competently, so I decided to do it myself. It's an old adage, if you want something done right, go do it yourself.
Absolutely, and I imagine there's a lot more creative control over games when you don't have to report to somebody.
Yeah, that's definitely a big perk of going your own way too, is that, especially if you're not underneath a huge company, you're able to, have the creative freedom too. So
you founded the company Live in the Game in 2015. How many people did you have on your team initially?
All right, so for the initial setup with the studio, it was people that I was in class with, so that I was working on projects that we initially started. So it's about 7 people.
And then did they stay on, because now you have about 20 to 25, you say, across the country. Did the initial 7 stay on? Or?
So actually about 4 of those stayed on. Life happens, so different people transition other things. But actually most of the people that we have now, except for the new people that we're just getting in recently, I've actually been on for like more than 2 years. So actually a lot of the people have stayed on for the long haul.
Dave, now you are in charge of social media and marketing. Do you find that it's difficult to kind of, market and social media games for a smaller company that might not have the, the name recognition of an Activision or something like that?
Yeah, definitely. I guess the hardest part is coming up with a formula that's actually going to, get out. That way people see it. So, that's one of the reasons why we're doing the podcast with you. That way we could get our name out there. Ben does events in his area with the schools. He did the DU Arcade with Denver University. I don't remember if you mentioned that, but doing that. So we've been posting pictures from that. That I would say the hard part is not having all the time in the world to do it. I think I mentioned that to him last night. It's like, I wish I had 40 hours to just quit my job and do this for you. You know what I mean?
That would be great.
If I could make time, that would be awesome. I think that's the biggest challenge. The biggest challenge is
I mean,
time.
would you say then that there's kind of more work required because you have to kind of, get on multiple platforms? You have to, do all the social media rather than just a couple and kind of rely on namesake. Because I looked at the site and the games look great. They look fun. They look just as good as any other game on the market. But breaking into this industry, I imagine that it is very difficult to kind of gain the trust of people and bring them into your media.
Yeah, so that's a luxury of having like other people too. Like there's another person, Lydia. She also helps with the marketing. I believe there is one more person that we have, Ben?
Yeah, there will be another person coming on.
There will be. Okay, that's right. I remember that conversation. So yeah, we're going to have 3 people. Like Lydia does the Twitter account, so she runs all the, Twitter stuff. Anything Twitter related, she does the postings for that. I'm doing the Facebook, and the websites. Yeah, man, it's like I said, the time is more of the challenge than the actual job. You know what I mean? We're going to be doing videos too. We were discussing this last night. We're going to be doing like more playtest videos. So I guess more like Let's Plays for each one. So I need to get started on Lunacy actually.
So that actually does bring me to your first game that has been released. It's available on mobile. I actually downloaded it yesterday, played a little bit of it, loved it. It was fantastic. I love the kind of the theme, almost the feeling of the story. Here it is. It's the story of the gameplay. Well, the game is called Lunacy, and you take control of Cthulhu, and you're riding on a ship, and the way you move up and down is you move the moon closer and further away from the Earth, which causes the water to rise and lower, and you collect coins and avoid missiles. Just that right there, just the elevator pitch, if you will, of the gameplay. I love that.
That's one of the few games out of all of them that we're doing, the slew of that we have, that I actually didn't do the lead design on. I actually went to DU for the Global Game Jam back in December. And so I jumped on with a team, which is actually the first time I wasn't in control of a game jam. So it was kind of cool to jump on a group and be like, hey, I'm not leading everything this time. So I got involved with these really cool guys at DU, Denver University here. And they were like, hey, man, we got this idea. And then we all kind of worked together. I did some art on it at the initial stage of it, just to help out. And then I was like, guys, we have this awesome physics-based game, right? That's super fun to play. It's straightforward. It's awesome. Let's just keep going with it. So I said, jump on with us. We'll, help out with art. We'll help out with marketing. We'll do all these things. So we merged together and kind of joined forces to do that. And so actually the lead on there, Brock Soicher from DU, he's a really awesome lead on the project. He took it and ran with it, and David Donnelly. So those 2 guys stuck on with it. And we were able to get it done. So and so they were actually leading the design. I was in control of the end creative direction. As far as like what the final step would be. But I kind of let them just run with it. Lunacy was one of those games where I was like, guys, like this is the winner. I can see it. So let's do it.
Yeah.
Let's not reinvent the wheel. Let's start off with another game. Just you already did all this work, right? I mean, you have a good product. Run with that. So.
Yeah, we still got a lot more coming for Literacy.
Yeah,
so,
for sure.
As far as like levels or DLC or sequel, even what can we expect to see?
Yeah, so we'll have levels, more levels coming out. We're actually doing a new version of the game with revamped a little bit on the art style, so it's going to look really nice from the artist Casey Harris. She's a really awesome, solid lead on it. So we're going to do that initially, but we're also releasing on Apple this weekend. So we're going to be out on the iOS and then the Apple platforms there. And then so Amazon fully getting that done. So we're just having them all out there. And then we're going to be releasing content to come. So over the summer, we're going to have 5 more levels being added. And then we're just going to be, continuing to make new things. So assets you can get, skins you can get, new upgrades, all kinds of things.
So the game is Lunacy. It's available right now on the Android market, and it will come to iOS later this weekend. I mean, I downloaded it. It's a fantastic game, a lot of fun to play, very simple mechanics. And then, do you have a PC release as well?
Yeah,
or?
so it's actually Steam. We're actually on the green light there, so you can go support it there. You can also go on Game Jolt, and then Amazon. The Amazon platforms, it'll be coming to that too. So it should be getting published by the end of the weekend. Coming out there.
And is it going to stay free to play on the PC?
Yeah, on the PC it'll be free to play, and then on the mobile platforms we'll just have more of the in-app purchases that you can do if you want to. So it's going to have more of a focus on upgrades there. That will be through the Google Android platform and also iOS. So.
All right, so I have one final question. Now, this one's a total surprise. Did not talk about this at all before we started this interview. Complete surprise, but it is extremely important. It is possibly the most important question I've ever asked. What are your feelings on Mario Party? Good or bad? I need to. We need to end this war. Me and Tristan and I, we've been arguing about this. We've been fighting about this. Blood has been spilled. One is saying that Mario Party is good. One is saying that Mario Party is bad. I'm trying to recruit people on my side, but I'm not going to tell you what my side is. But I'm trying to recruit people on my side. How do you guys feel about Mario Party? Benjamin, you go first.
Mario Party, I really like as a good drinking game. And I'll give you some advice. If you're gonna do it, do not do it with anything heavy and hoppy. Okay, don't do that, because I did that one time. Only have really light beer when you do that, because otherwise it's bad news. Because you end up getting really drinking too much of that stuff, the heavy beer. Always go light beer when you do that. So
you would say then that it's a good game?
Yeah,
or bad?
I would say it's a good game. It's as far as bringing people together. I'm definitely more of a single game player. I'm more of what I like to do is delve myself into the story of a game, and so I'm not as much of a multiplayer focused person. But in order to get people together, it's really cool, as far as social gaming goes. If you have people locally, I think, hanging out with you, then it really makes it a good game.
All right, Dave, how do you feel about it?
Ben already stole my answer, so I got to find a way to one-up it. For me, I was going to say, hand me a couple beers and some drinks. We'll make a drinking game out of it. It's a great... It's a great way to just, have you could have a party and play video games and not have to worry about anyone being like, oh, you're playing video games. What is this, at a party?
So I got two people on my side, two more people.
Called winning
Tristan.
by clutch.
We're going to fight all of your friend. We're going to fight your one friend, Tristan, the one person that agrees with you. I think that's just Brandon. So, guys, thank you so much, seriously, for coming on and talking. The company is Live in the Game. The game is Lunar Sea, and it's definitely something you guys should check out. Again, thank you so much, Ben. Thank you so much, David, for hanging out with me. I appreciate it very much.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks,
man.
Josh. Yeah, it was great.
Two. I got two more on my side.
Mario Party, encouraging alcoholism since the early 90s.
See, the problem with Tristan is that he loses.
Yep.
That's the problem.
Yep. See, I got two more people on my side now.
I've got Brandon.
Mario, yeah, you have Brandon.
Okay, that's wonderful, because Brandon's opinion doesn't mean a damn thing.
Why don't we get all my friends together and we'll fight your one friend?
He's really big.
He's really
He
big.
is a big guy.
And he's a tall guy.
So
Brandon.
I think the important thing. I mean, the reason why I wanted to do that interview was to get a couple more people on my side about Mario Party. No,
right. Literally nothing to do with the game at all.
You go on the internet and you can find interviews with everybody. I mean, like all these famous people, Hideo Kojima, you got Phil Spencer, you got all these giant companies, and yeah, people are interested in hearing that. And
then you have Tristan.
I think it's really important, and I think we need to support smaller game companies like that. It's really easy to look at a game that was made by a handful of people and be like, oh, this is just, they've got, not pay to win, but they've got, add-on content and 99 cents for a different skin. That's, whatever. And, sometimes it's a big company that pushes out, a game and they just want to get your money. But these are guys who are, they're making art. I mean, they really are. They're making You know, they're doing something that we all talk about. We're like, oh, you know, well, what game would you make? I'd make a game like this, but we don't. And they're out there doing it.
We'd rather talk about it.
Yeah, exactly. We'd rather bash somebody because, like, oh, your environments,
My name is
your
Tristan.
environments are stupid. I could do better than that. Here's what Nintendo needs to do. Like, no, I think it's important to kind of shed light on you know, companies like that. You know, live in the game. You know, I'm
gonna pick it up.
You know, pick it up, and it's free. You know, it's free, and they got other games that they're going to be coming out with. Again, the interview, they actually go into the 5 games. They have 5 games in development right now. 5 games.
That's pretty nuts.
And they're all very unique. I mean, they have this one isometric one that is, I mean, it's called Mirrored, and it looks really fun, looks really cool. And they said that we might be able to get some Let's Plays featured on our channel. And you know, and this is a company we're gonna follow. We're gonna, you know, kind of keep an eye on them, and who knows, you know, they could be the next, you know, My Name is Isaac, whoever made that.
And we were there at the forefront.
You got it here first. Seriously, though, go give them a like on Facebook. Live in the game. You know, pick up. Oh my God, I forgot it was Lunar Sea. Pick up Lunar Sea, and the full interview will be up soon. You know, again, it's. Have you ever made a game? Like,
yes.
I was going to say, I have too. I made it for the TI-83 calculator.
Hell yeah. That's exactly what I was going to go with it too.
Games for that. Yeah, that was about it. And that was hard. That was freaking hard.
It was. It took a lot of time. And then I got a referral because I wasn't paying attention to Algebra 2 because I was making a game on my TI-83.
Nice. You know, I'm excited to see where they go. You know, they're doing it legit. They're, you know, they're not just crapping out games too, which is Would
really you say they're too legit to quit?
Hey. All right. So now, before we move on to viewer questions, if you have any viewer questions, even if you want to ask me something about the interview, you can go ahead and do that in chat.
Indeed.
If you are listening to this when we release our new episodes every Monday on Podbean, iTunes, Google Play, Stitcher, all that stuff. If you're listening to this later and you have a question for us, you can find us on at facebook.com/downrightfiercegaming. Actually, I think it's Downright Fierce. No, it's Downright Fierce Gaming.
Downright Fierce Gaming.
Downright Fierce Gaming. You can send us a message or a comment or something and ask us questions. But first, what are we playing? I finished Battlefield 1. Loved it. I love the little vignettes, the little, you know, tiny stories. I mean, you can beat an entire story in like one sitting. Super easy. But I mean, just they really took a mature approach to war. I mean, they made it horrifying. They made it emotional. You know, they really got into the fear of it. And World War I was awful. Like, I learned a lot of stuff. Like, it's really bad.
To ask you, so like, how so? Like, was it because like you got to know a character that?
Well, I'll just say.
Sorry, I have hiccups, by the way.
No, you're good. In the very first like opening credits, it goes over the like a bunch of facts, and so it goes over all the, you know, facts, the death tolls, you know, and whatnot, and then it puts you in the middle of a battle, and it says your infantry is surrounded by the enemy, and it kind of sits there for a second, black background, white letters, and then it slowly fades in. You're not expected to survive. And then it just kicks you in there.
And you go.
And now you're a gamer. You know, you're playing this game, you're like, oh, I'm going to survive. And they are just coming from everywhere. You're like, oh my God, what's happening? And you're like, you're afraid because you're like, no, there's no way. Like, all these games, like, you know, there's no way. And then you're expecting maybe to do something cheap, you know, out of nowhere, just something will bomb you. No, like, it gets harder and harder. And then you're getting surrounded. Enemies are coming from everywhere. You're backing up. You're trying to retreat. You're trying to hold your ground. And you're looking around you. And this little details, too. Like, I remember I was running back and I see this guy leaning against like a wood a stone slab, just like cowering, afraid.
Oh, shit. That's awesome.
And the sounds are incredible, and the noise and the environment. I mean, the scorched earth. It was really like incredible. And then another way that they showed how horrifying war is and I didn't know this about World War I. They were so desperate for pilots in World War I,
right?
Because fighter planes were kind of a newer thing around that time. I mean, they had planes, but they didn't really have fighter planes. And the Germans had the best air force in the world at the time, right. So they were trying new technology and new types of planes, and these planes would fail. I mean, things would happen in the air, and you were also like going up against somebody who's clearly, overpowering you. And the survival rate, I think it was like 17% or something. So they were so desperate for pilots. All you had to do is walk up and go, "I'll do it." And like, you got it. Yep. Well, I mean, nowadays you have to have like perfect vision. You have to do all this. Like, no. We'll put you in a plane.
They didn't care.
Go do something. Right. Please help us.
Go shoot stuff, please.
We're desperate, and
sure.
I mean, just that alone it's terrifying. I mean, it's insane, and I'm really thankful for this game,
kids, man.
Seriously. I mean, and this kind of like in honor of Memorial Day coming up. I mean, that's a great thing to to discuss, because, I mean, it's weird to have such an emotional reaction to a video game that isn't, really. I mean, this was definitely story based, but it's still a first person shooter. I mean,
and also more importantly, it actually happened.
It really happened. So I'm thinking that the entire time I'm playing this, and it's like, geez, like that was. I mean, nowadays, when you have war, it's over such long distances too. Like, I mean, it's sniper fire. It's you rarely have boots to the ground combat, and right. And just to see that, it was intense. It was really intense. Cool. And it's weird to say, but I'm thankful to have had that experience with the game. I mean, it wasn't a 10 out of 10. It definitely wasn't, but it was a solid 8.
It was still a special moment for you.
It really was. Yeah. What about you, Tristan?
Still chugging away at Persona, and then
I know that feel.
I also have been dabbling with Elysium, which is the spiritual successor to Nostalrius, that like vanilla WoW server thing that's been going on. Just kind of checking out, just jogging my memory. Sort of interesting.
But Elysium, wasn't that a movie? Matt Damon?
Yeah, but it's just unrelated.
To that.
No.
Okay. I play that. I play with Matt Damon any day. That's a gorgeous man right there.
Like Jimmy Kimmel says, and Matt Damon. Still
apologies to Matt Damon.
So close. Yeah. So far.
What have you been playing?
I'm still playing Persona 5. It's gonna stay with me for a long time, I think. I'm actually at the point where I kind of will rewatch moments on YouTube that I've already played, because that's how good this game is.
Really?
It's that good. Like I'll pass by, or I'll do a dungeon, and I'll have beaten a boss, a big boss, and like the dungeon's cleared or whatever. And then next day I'll probably, like, just as background noise, like, how you go to work and you do a podcast or something like that, I'll watch Persona 5. Wow. I'll watch somebody play Persona 5. It's an incredible game, and it's not to be trifled with. It is like, I was talking, I see you, Ari. I was talking to my friend Ariana yesterday, and I was like, I think that this might be my game of the year. I was really heads or tails between Persona 5 and Zelda, and I think that as great as Zelda is, nothing touched me emotionally in Zelda the way that Persona 5 does. The characters are incredible. They are in a way very, very poignant. You feel them. You know them. If you're on the fence about this game, you need to go pick it up, and you need to pick it up today. Wow. Do it now. Absolutely.
You were talking about watching those videos. What I actually very much recommend is our videos on YouTube. We now, we are releasing all of our bonus content that used to be exclusive just for Patreon subscribers. We're releasing all of that on our YouTube page. Just go look us up on YouTube.
You're welcome.
We don't have enough subscribers yet to have our own channel name, so it's just Downright Fierce Gaming. Look it up on YouTube. All of our exclusive content and all of our archive videos. In case you had to go pee or poo during the live stream, you can go back and watch it on our YouTube page. The Patreon subscribers will actually get these videos a week in advance. So the interview that I shot today, they're going to have that for a week, and then the rest of the people get it for a week. But you should still become a Patreon subscriber, because we need the money. They need better seats. They do. So we typically do the viewer questions. We don't have any, but we also are almost out of time, so we're going to move on. Did I say video game 20 questions? I did, didn't I?
Yeah, you did.
Viewer questions. We were going to do viewer questions. Now we're not. We're going to do video game 20 questions. That's where I thought of a video game, and these two got to guess it. They got to do either yes or no questions.
Yes.
And I will answer sometimes, maybe, I don't know, or I
because he's terrible. Also, quick shout out to my twin Corey Lee. I see you, fam.
All right, so start.
So okay.
Do stuff.
Did it come out after January 1st, 2000?
No.
All right.
Now you've been gone a while. I've started marking these down, Jacob.
Oh, yeah.
So no more slip ups on my part.
No more funny business.
No.
Oh,
now the record to beat is 13.
Hi,
so
Sam.
remember that.
I see you.
When it was released, was it an exclusive?
Yes. Yes. Correct. Yes.
Yes, correct.
Yes, correct.
Sure.
How many times?
Yeah.
That doesn't count as a question.
Yes, I am correct. That's 3.
Right. Yeah. You ass. Okay, so let's see.
You want to go console?
Yeah, let's go ahead.
You go for something.
Let's see. So earlier in 2000, did it come out for the Sega Genesis?
You know what I was going to say is whatever console you picked, I was going to say you should narrow down generations. So instead of saying Sega Genesis, you should say, Sega Genesis, SNES, and blah, blah, blah. But yeah,
But
actually,
nailed it. Nailed it.
Out for Sega
What
Genesis.
up? What up? What up?
It did.
Nailed it, baby.
That's pretty freaking impressive. A lot of consoles came out in between 1990 and 2000.
You're welcome.
I guess you now know that it was after 1990, but I guess I would have given that away still.
Genesis.
So from like the beginning of video games to 2000, you picked the one console.
I felt pretty great about it. About my pick.
Pretty amazing.
Man. Genesis. Okay. Let's see.
Genre now? Is it a fighting game?
No. That was B4. 4.
Do never talk to me and my family ever again.
4. Voy a hacer cosas que te harán creer en Dios. Déjame ver en tu culo.
Someone tell me what that means.
I'll tell you what that means. It means I will do things to you that will make you believe in God. Let me pee in your butt.
Yo comido a las cucarachas.
You eat cockroaches?
Something biblioteca.
¿Dónde está la biblioteca?
Yeah.
Mi nombre es Josh. Okay. So
Great.
Yeah.
That was wonderful.
Video
Okay.
game 20 questions. That's
All
what
right.
we're doing.
Okay, so let's see. So Genesis. So you said not a fighting game,
Yeah, not
right?
a fighting game.
All right.
No es fighting game. I don't know how to say that in Spanish.
I don't want to narrow it down that much. Let's see.
I still can't believe you got Sega.
Oh, I'm so happy about it. I was sitting there. I was just like, you know what? Genesis. Felt it in my
right
brain's
inside of you.
skis.
Okay. We got to keep this moving, though.
right.
We got 4 questions.
All right. So we're on our way. All right. Okay. So
No.
Is the main character green?
Wow, that's really specific. No.
Yes. Okay. Because I was feeling some type of way.
So many questions that you could have.
It's okay.
asked.
I was feeling pretty confident because
Okay,
we
yeah,
were
'cause you got the
really
Sega thing.
right. So let's go for it. Let's
Okay, all right.
Ka-choo. So not Vector Man. Got it.
Okay.
Nailed it.
Is it a beat 'em up? Like a side scroller?
Good question.
I will clarify for you. It is a side scroller.
Okay.
Yeah, side scroller.
Okay. I don't know many Genesis games.
Uh-oh.
There's only one that I really know very well, but I don't think it's
halfway
this.
to the record, man. I mean,
It's
you nailed
no
it in
pressure
so many
and stuff.
questions. Like you might beat the.
This is why I felt good about tossing out the Vector Man thing. So okay, it sucks because so it is a beat 'em up or no?
I said yes to side scroller.
Side scroller.
because
Okay.
I said yes to side scroller. That's it. That you can take whatever you want from that. I said yes to side scroller.
Wow. Okay.
I mean, even if you're not good at Genesis, I feel like you can ask, kind of just video game specific kind of things.
Is the main character human?
Yes. That's actually an important one. It's very important. That was the time of weird.
Is it an RPG?
No. How many RPGs were side scrolling?
A few.
Really? Oh.
Oh, actually, you know what? Let me. Well, no. You said you were very confident about the fact that the main character was human. So I'm not gonna ask that.
Definitely a human.
Interesting. Let's see. Wow.
I mean, there's still lots of questions that would just
Sure.
help you narrow it down.
Right.
Like even just generally speaking.
Sure. God, I hate this part. Let's see.
That's what she said.
Hey,
Because of sex.
giggity goo. Let's see.
Should we go like genre, like
Okay, so it's not an RPG, right? We know it's a side scroller, right? So what does that mean? Sorry, did you say something?
I said C.
He said C.
So okay.
C.
No one asked you for your opinion, Josh.
Shut up there. Back here.
Oh man, that makes it really interesting. Because like I feel like the questions that are popping in my head are too narrow. So,
Go for it.
So okay. Man, nah.
I mean, any general question.
Is it a
to help in
fantasy
it.
game?
Good question.
Define fantasy.
Are there
Fantastical elements to it.
I mean, well,
are there mythical like creatures in it? Like,
Yes. But careful. Yes, there are, but careful.
right.
why? Okay, I guess that doesn't matter.
And this happened last week. What was there was a question that it was it was for Portal, and it was, is it a
was Portal the answer to the last one?
Yeah,
Okay.
it was, is it a first-person shooter?
And
I said no.
I'd answer
but
yes
careful.
to that.
No, it's definitely not.
Yeah.
No. It's a first-person like puzzle game, but is it a shooter?
But you shoot stuff.
Yeah,
I would probably answer
because
yes.
you have a gun.
Yeah,
But so I
would've answered
said
yes to that.
I said no. Well, I mean, just defined in Wikipedia, it said it wasn't like, and usually it'll
Oh,
say
interesting.
that, so-
Really?
So I said, according to the definition that I looked up online, I'm going to say no, but be careful with that. So to answer your question, yes,
careful.
but be careful. Don't let your mind go too far, in that.
Oh no,
area.
the chips fell.
All right. 9 questions.
Come on, Jacob.
Oh man. All right. Oh man, this is the only thing that's popping in my head.
I mean, I
Does
wouldn't
any-
ask questions specifically about games. I
Yeah,
would
see,
just
that's
try
my
to
problem. Is
narrow
I'm
down.
very like in my mind, I'm very narrowing
things
it
that
down.
would narrow down the kind of broad.
Okay, so let's roll back for a second. So Sega Genesis, not an RPG, side scroller. Ooh. Okay. Does
I'm just gonna throw away a question right now.
I'm pretty positive I am anyway, but does it have
Wait, real quick though. Real quick.
Let him ask his question.
No, I'm just saying because you have the opportunity here to like break the record. I mean, I don't want to extend this too much longer.
I'm not worried
but-
about the
You're not worried? Okay, let's do it. What's your question? Hit me with it.
does it have zone in the title?
No.
Damn.
Yeah, that was definitely a throwaway question.
I was feeling pretty confident. Don't you ja me, Viviana? I see you.
Does the main
see.
character have the ability to transform,
No.
What were you thinking of?
like Altered Beast?
Oh, okay.
I mean, again, you guys.
That's not
are
side scroller,
very
though, really?
Specific,
Isn't it?
No,
very
I think so. I think it's a fighter.
Or maybe I was thinking of something else.
Yeah.
I would go very general.
I told you, my knowledge is.
There's
Right.
one question
Yeah,
out
yeah.
there that is so general
That
that I
it would nail
bet
it. It
you,
would nail it.
I bet you it would pop in your head right away. Man, think general. That's not like
guys in the
not-
chat,
not,
just
not
saying.
double entendre or anything.
You guys in the chat.
Yeah.
just
By the way,
saying.
if you're in chat and you
Holla.
have a question
Holla,
that you
holla.
want to suggest to
Save
the
us.
use, then I will
Save
pick
us.
it if it's a good one.
All right, let's see. Wow. Because that's what's so funny about it is just like I nailed it with the Sega Genesis thing, and then like I got nothing after that. Okay. Let's see. Side scroller.
Can't look at chat. Don't look at chat.
Human. I'm not. That's why you took the phone away.
Yeah,
'cause
just in
I
case
totally,
they ask like a.
Cause I totally cheated last time I was here.
Are you kidding?
I totally
What?
cheated. I totally cheated last time I was here.
Let's see him break the record.
But here's the thing: it didn't work out in my favor anyway. So.
Good. Good.
Cheater ass cheater.
Cheater. I hope she does cheat on you.
CAC.
All right,
man.
All right, we gotta wrap this up.
Okay. Oh man. Okay. Let's see. So human, main character. I'm gonna hate myself for not getting this. I already know. Let's see. So
There are mythical beasts, but don't confuse yourself.
not an RPG,
Mythical
but
creature.
it's a side scroller.
All right, we gotta nail this down because we are going long.
I don't care.
Going too long. Carol.
I don't care. We got
You should care too. It's your podcast too.
I know, but I like going long.
Yeah, you do.
My dick's long. So
I'm sitting here quietly thinking, like, should I bleep that?
no, you should let it go.
Dicks are fine.
Dicks are fine.
Dicks out.
Totally, dicks out for Harambe. Man. All right, screw it. Are there police officers involved?
You see, that's a decent general question. No. One
That
question away from the record.
absolutely destroys.
We're at 12.
Because I didn't think it was, but I was like, let me just get it out of the way.
All right.
Man, okay. Side scrollers. Not Vector Man. Clearly not Streets of Rage. Man.
Is it a multiplayer game?
Nope.
Good question, though.
That is a very good question.
Nothing in the chat, eh? Wow.
And now, unless you guessed it, you can't break the record.
All right, go for it, Jacob.
Oh, no. I'm so sad about that.
Seriously, that's, I mean,
We
that
set
would've been
the
impressive. You got
record.
Genesis, like,
We set
right
the
away.
record. We set the record.
didn't?
It's fine. Yeah, we tied the
No.
record the first time I was here. You told me that.
Nope. I don't think so, did you?
Yes.
Oh, my bad.
We tied the record.
Okay, well,
yeah,
good for you
you're
guys.
bad.
Good for you guys.
Leave this out, bitch. No, don't bleep
Unreliable
I'm not.
host.
Meredith
don't
Brooks
bleep it.
helped us with bitch.
that. Thanks,
Thanks, Meredith Brooks.
Appreciate.
All right, we gotta wrap this up. 13 questions. Go general, man. So, like, if it was Portal, I would say. Oh no, see, I'm not. I can't.
Like what?
Okay.
Yeah, I'm
Don't
not
stop
gonna
yourself.
give you.
Okay, side scroller.
Okay, so it came out for Genesis, so you know it's not 3D. I would say, ask if it's a 3D.
You know what?
game,
We
stuff
haven't
like
asked. Correct me if I'm wrong. This is not count as a question.
Okay.
Have we asked if it was a fighting game or not?
Yeah, that was
Yeah,
one of the
yeah.
first ones.
Okay, I'm making sure. Damn it. Damn it.
that.
Okay.
Come on, buddy. Bring it in.
Oh my god.
It's not multiplayer.
No.
It's not
There's a
multiplayer.
human.
Not an RPG.
Not
Human character.
Ethical creatures.
Man.
Seems to have made things worse.
Oh my god. I can't think of anything.
Don't think of stuff. Just, like, ask general questions.
Right, okay.
Pretend that's, like, question number 1. I mean, except that you have all the knowledge of all the other questions.
Right.
So just keep asking questions is what I'm saying.
Right, sure. Is what you're saying. Is what you're trying to say. Let's see. So
And again, chat, if you
Holla.
want to, throw
Holla,
out
holla,
some
holla at your
questions
boy.
that they can ask about this game, I will only let you use it if it is going to help you. So if you write something in chat and I don't pick your question, it's only because it doesn't
or you
have
suck.
anything to do with
Or
it.
you suck.
No.
Or you like Mario Party.
You suck.
Oh, so they're
Or you like
taste of
Mario
video
Party.
games is what you're
You like
saying.
Mario Party, holla at your
All right,
boy.
guys, come on. Let's do it.
Let's see. God. Wow. Is there... Okay. Oh, this is such a throwaway question, but I'm going to ask anyway, because we have nothing. Is there more than one main character?
No. That's not a throwaway question. Not at all. I don't think so.
Do you shoot guns in it?
That's a great question. No.
Wow.
15.
Wow.
Is it a movie tie-in game?
Interesting question.
Yes.
Wow.
That was the general thing I was saying.
Holy
Okay.
crap. Okay, that changes
So
everything for me.
now we
Yeah.
got
Yeah,
we
that
got
was
Disney.
the general thing.
Is it a comic book character?
No.
Is it a Disney character?
Yep.
Holy crap.
18. Be careful. Be
Boom.
careful.
All right. Should we go specific?
I would be very careful. You have 2 questions.
You said
and you have to
mythical
guess it.
creatures.
Mythical creatures, Disney character. Oh man. Did that come off of...
Do you ride a magic carpet?
You sure do.
All right.
Is
Say
it
it.
Aladdin?
Yeah.
Aladdin.
There it is.
Nice.
On the 19th question.
That's awesome.
You got it. That's what I was
That's
saying.
awesome.
The general question
That's
would
pretty
be,
cool. That's a good-
is
that's a
it
good
based
one.
on a license, a movie license, something like that?
That was good.
I'm like,
That was
and I
good
knew
one.
it right away as soon as you guessed that. So it came out in 1993, developed by Sega. Oh, sorry, published by
He even
Sega.
printed it out, you guys.
Yeah,
Isn't
developed
it
by
cute?
Virgin Games and Disney Software. Another game.
Bunch
the
of
same
virgins
month,
played that game. That's good.
Capcom
Just me,
released the
including
same
me.
game on SNES. Well, it wasn't the same game, but it was, action platforming is what it's called.
Okay.
Single player, got great scores. You collect gems and apples if you said anything like that. You have lives, and
Wow.
you got PC and Amiga
Hey,
ports.
play Lion King if you want to blow your brains out.
Oh, what?
And then play Mario Party if you want to have alcohol.
I hate you guys so much. I hate you guys so much.
Yep.
I love you. And I love you guys for watching. Thank you guys so much for watching. We do this every week. We have live streams and stuff on the Facebooks. You can find us facebook.com/downrightfiercegaming. That's for the audio listeners, because you are actually clearly, if you're watching this live, you know that.
And you got this far. Congratulations.
We also have merchandise. You can check it out. teespring.com/downrightfiercegaming. You can find us on Twitter at DRF Podcast, twitch.tv/DRF Podcast. Also, we have a Patreon. You can go to patreon.com/downrightfierce. If you kick us $2 a month, you get all the exclusive content early. You get it a week early. Plus, we thank you.
It's worth it. I'm dead serious. Just seeing Chris in that Resident Evil stuff.
Well, now brilliant. You can't. Now you can see that for free.
Shh! Don't tell them that, Josh.
See it for free. No, I'm not gonna lie. But at the very basic level, at the $2 level, we thank you at the end of the episode. So we'd like to thank Mark Mayfield. Thank you, Mark Mayfield.
Thank you.
And we'd like to thank Jeff Knight. Thank you, Jeff Knight.
Thank you, Jeff Knight. Geoff Knight.
Additionally, we'd like to thank our executive producers, Brian Kaminsky and Andrew Kirkendall.
Face kicker.
Yeah. So expect to see the new interview thing that I'm going to edit soon. You'll be able to see that a week after it is published. But again, if you're a Patreon subscriber, then you get it right away. And that's it. We're done, guys. That train wreck of an episode.
It was the best episode of all time. Because I'm here.
It was good. It was good. It was good.
Too much Mario Party for my taste.
And that's how it ends.
Bye, guys.